Hi, so I am reading February 26th to March 14th of Love That Dog. February 26th. I tried one of those poems that looks like what it's about. So that's the poem that we read about yesterday. It's either a shape poem or it could also be called a concrete poem. So this is Jack's My Yellow Dog by Jack. And I'll let you take a minute and look at that. I won't read all of it, but where the legs would be, it's the words leg, right? Wag, wag, that must be his tail, right? His body, his eye would be up here, his ear, his nose, and then sniff, 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 because that's what dogs love to do, and slobber, which means drool, right? So this is his shape or concrete poem about his yellow dog. March 1st. Yes, you can type up that yellow dog poem that looks like a dog, but this time keep the spacings exactly the same, and maybe it would look really, really good on yellow paper. Maybe you could put my name on it, but only if you want to. Only if you think it looks good enough. So I'm going to reread that and have you think about, this is something Jack has never said before, but he's also still kind of doubting himself. Maybe you could put my name on it, but only if you want to. Only if you think it looks good enough. That's an interesting part in this story. March 7th. I was a little embarrassed when people said things to me like, "Neat poem, Jack," and how'd you think of that, Jack? And I really, really like the one you put up there, the tree that is shaped like a tree. Not a fake-looking tree, but like a real tree, with straggly branches. But I want to know who was the anonymous poet in our class who wrote that, and why didn't he or she want to put his or her name on it? Was it like me when I didn't think my words were poems? So there's other kids in his class too that want to stay anonymous. Nobody knows who wrote that poem. Maybe you will tell that anonymous tree poet that his or her tree poem is really a poem. Really, really, and a good poem too. March 14th. That was the best poem you read yesterday by Mr. Walter Dean Myers. The best poem ever. I am sorry I took the book home without asking. I only got one spot on it. That's why the page is torn. I tried to get the spot out. I copied that best poem and hung it on my bedroom wall right over my bed, where I can see it when I'm lying down. Maybe you could copy it too and hang it on the wall in our class, where we can see it when we are sitting at our desks doing our stuff. I sure liked the poem by Mr. Walter Dean Myers called Love That Boy, because of two reasons. I liked it. One is because my dad calls me in the morning just like that. He calls, "Hey there, son." And also because when I had my yellow dog, I loved that dog and I would call him like this. I'd say, "Hey there, Sky." His name was Sky. So we just learned Jack's favorite poet and a poem that he really likes by him. He made some connections to the poem with his dad and with his dog, and we just learned that his dog's name is Sky. So you can complete pages 36 to 37, these questions.